Hello again, welcome to Bridlington, summer season 2025. I'm fully dressed for the summer weather, wearing gloves again. Temperature this morning, leaving our town just south of Leeds. Real field temperature 2C and air temperature 9 degrees. It's currently 12 degrees at Bridlington. There's a strong sea there, wind blowing in from the southwest. Over there, the Royal Yorkshire Yacht Club is for sale. You can see the flags up there that shows you it's summer season here at Bridlington. It's so cold I can't operate the iPhone without gloves on again, so it's one continuous take, more or less. And we're just leaving Langdale's Wharf car park and walking down to the harbour. There's a strongish wind and a strong sea. I can see over in the distance there. It's the first time I've seen it this year. And as we approach Langdale's Wharf boat yard, we have these boats being repaired. Fishing boats, of course. Walking across the car park here, you can see the super fast speed boat. Very little moving today because it's so cold and windy. It looks like it's high tide almost at Bridlington. The cobble, the Three Brothers there, and another cobble over there, Imperialist. I haven't seen that one before. Some of the fishing fleet tied up over there. We'll move along now. That's the Gypsy Race River where it enters the harbour. Looking across at the harbour over there, I can see sea spray blowing over the south harbour wall. Yorkshire Rose fishing trips there, Gansey Lass fishing cobble, Kathleen and Free Spirit. Perhaps wondering why the temperature is so cold. I think it's just typical of the East Coast really. June in the United Kingdom and in Yorkshire in particular, it's quite early in the season, isn't it really, for any warm weather. As my grandfather always used to say, we live too far north. Thea Jean there. We'll just look back. That's the direction the wind and the rain is blowing in from this morning. And the whole week is going to be like this actually. Quite cold, wind, rain. You can see what really happened to tourism in Bridlington. I call it tourism, but I mean it's where people used to come for their summer holidays from the what was the West Riding of Yorkshire where we live. And before the onset of or the availability of cheap flights to the Mediterranean, I mean, to be fair, who would come here for a holiday? Imagine booking yourself in here for a holiday. Well, some of the accommodation here is more expensive than abroad. That was the other killer, wasn't it? fishing boats over there. Can't operate the zoom due to the biting cold. It's high tide by the look of it. And you see the gypsy race dredger over there in the background. Here is the pirate ship, and at the back is the Yorkshire Belle. You can see the sandy coloured water, the sand held in suspension in the water of the harbour. Another sign that it's a rough sea out there. Now approaching the iconic Bridlington Crane Wharf, and it's quite interesting structure underneath, and we've got the old sea latrine there. And the stuff down there, it looks as though it's still in operation, but of course it isn't. Maybe that's sort of sea foam, or it's come down from the Gypsy Race River, from overflowing things further out of town. But there's the we can perhaps walk down and just see that again. Under there are the tyres that have been embedded in the structure since 1958. I'm reluctant to go down the steps, but you can again see the sea latrine. I'll just walk a bit further along here. Get an idea of the flushing effect there, where it will be like washing through on the stone floor with the tide to be time, because it's actually not high tide. It looks as though the tide is falling, doesn't it? The high tide mark, of course, being just there. The Yorkshire Belle there, perhaps rather optimistically waiting for passengers. It would be a great ride out though on the Yorkshire Belle today, don't you think? If you enjoy plunging about in the sea, had a bit of excitement in the trip. And here, down here, you've got the old structure that's been there for many, many years now. The little beach down here, which is hidden, the very narrow old female toilet there with its narrow entrance. Oh, and this is quite rough weather within the confines of the harbour itself. Nothing open yet here, and yet it is 10:10 in the morning. Again, a good reason not to come to Bridlington for a summer holiday, because you never know what you're going to get. This is going to be a whole week of this. You can see that lanyard there slapping against the mast, or the flagpole rather. So-called pleasure zone is seemingly shut down over there, no music coming from there. So effectively what you've got today in this video is a typical winter scene. It's probably a little bit colder than some of the days in winter when I would come here in December or January, when in fact the real field temperature might be above 2°C. Upcoming cruises here. No sailing Tuesday due to strong winds. No, I'm not even going to walk along there. It's absolutely terrible at Bridlington today. Bitingly cold, strong wind and rain. Doesn't that just remind you of your summer holidays here years ago, or do you just remember the odd days you came when it was warmer? Let's run up these steps. And one of the few places you can find a bit of shelter on the harbour here. If you just walk around here, it's possible to stand here and momentarily just get out of the wind. So I'll end this video here, and I hope you enjoyed this quick walk around Bridlington in the high summer season in 2025. Take care now. Goodbye for now.